folks, welcome back to the channel. It is now 30th of September and I've got myself over to Merrington once more for 2-day session, 2-night session roughly. Try and bag me one fish if I can. I've got here later than everybody else. It's now sort of just gone 4:30 in the afternoon. I've only been set up an hour. I had an interview this morning for a job, so I couldn't get here till now. So the only swim available is swim 6, which is not a bad swim at all. Doesn't give me a hell of a lot of water, but it's not a bad swim. And there was a 30 pounder out of here, or a 29 pounder, something like that, out during the night last night. So that's encouraging. There is fish showing out towards swim 5, as well as in front of me. So yeah, I'm hiding out in the bivvy because I've got absolutely soaked. It's hammering down outside. Well, it's just stopped actually, but you can hear it now. It's just starting to pick up again. So I'm just trying to dry off. Set up in the bivvy, and I've just chucked out a couple of singles on a helicopter rig, just until the rain sort of slows down a little bit, and then I'll come up with a bit more of a plan, put a little bit of bait out, and see if we can get one in. So yeah, that's it folks. Last video was over at Linear. He's in the Sparbait Social. That was an absolutely fantastic week. Lee had himself 25 fish, I think it was. I managed 5 fish, biggest being 30 pound. I think Lee's biggest was 36 pound for the cover fish. So if you haven't seen that video, have a look on my channel, and it's there. Absolutely fantastic week, and just goes to show how good the Sparbait's bait is. It's absolutely fantastic. The Milky Fizz bait's done the trick over there, and they seem to pick out the bigger fish as well. So yeah, fantastic week. If you haven't seen that, head across to my channel and have a look at that one. Until then, I'm going to sort of dry off, tidy up the bivvy a little bit and get set up for this evening. Probably have some food, and try and keep myself out of this bloody rain because it's horrible. So fingers crossed for a bite. See you in a bit. How about that? Sometimes you pray that the rods don't scream off. I don't fancy going out there in this weather. But yeah folks, that is the swim. I'm fishing straight out towards the bivvy that you can see in front. Only about 50 yards, something like that. So yeah, not the greatest of weather, but it might bring on a bite. It's cooled things down a little bit, but it might bring on a bite. Hope you can still hear me over this rain. It's clattering down on the bivvy. But yeah, that is where we are. I think I might put the kettle on. Get a nice warm broom down there. I do love sitting in the bivvy, and it's absolutely hammering down like this. It's absolutely fantastic. So, come on little fishy, where are you? It's only a 2-rod rule on here, so there's 3 on the pod. The middle one's just ready to go with the bait on it, should I do land a fish. So yeah, it's not put any bait out at all yet. I'm still waiting for the rain to go away before I come up with a proper plan. But there's 2 single baits out there. The FSB honey 10mm pop-ups on there. And we'll see how we go with that for now. Fingers crossed. It is hammering down. Look at that. Folks, it's just gone dark outside now. The rain did stop a little bit. Managed to get the 2 rods out. Only about 13.5 wraps. So yeah, I've put a little bit of bait over it. Probably only 4 spawns on each rod. Just of the Maple Digest, FSB, and a little bit of maize. So yeah, managed to get the 2 rods out. It's all been a bit of a rush, to be honest with you. And again, it's raining again, so yeah, not much action at all. I haven't heard much else coming out around the lake today. But yeah, I didn't get here till late, so I don't really know that much, to be honest with you. So yeah, not much to update you with. Glad to be back out. Temperature is dropping now, so looking at around about I think it's around about 11 degrees at the moment, but the water temperature's cooling, so I'm hoping the fish are going to get on the feed, get their heads down. We've got really low pressure, so hoping they're going to get their heads down and get on a bit of the bait before it does start getting proper cold. They usually try and have a feed up before the winter comes, so hopefully this next day or two will produce something. But yeah, it's absolutely fantastic to be back out fishing. So nice and peaceful here. There's no traffic noise. It's very, very quiet and very peaceful. So I'm going to get down and have some food. Got a couple of beers. The old San Miguel. So I'm going to have a couple of beers in a minute. I've had a stressful couple of weeks. So yeah, it's nice to just get here and have a bit of a break. Got no visitors, no badger. You can't come down, can't have visitors on here. Bring your wives or your partners and that's it, but no other visitors. So yeah, it's just me these next 2 days. But hopefully we'll have some fish to show you on the video. Fingers crossed. But that's it for tonight. If we get any action during the night, then I'll come back to you with an update. Folks, it's now it's just gone 10:30. Managed to get the rods in. Baits were still on there, and they were clear as a whistle. No sign of any weed out there. I'm happy I had a bait presented all night, and the spot's pretty clear, so just haven't managed to nab one. Decided to put out a bit of bait. I've put about 15 spoms over the one spot, about 13 and a half wraps out towards swim 11, and I'm just going to keep trickling the bait in there. Decided to go on solid bags. If you haven't seen my solid bag video, have a look on my channel. There is a solid bag video, how I do them, how I make up my rigs and how I make the solid bags. So yeah, decided to put out a couple of solid bags, and that's what I'm doing now. I've already put the rods out on the spots. I'm just going to make up a couple of extras, a couple of extra bags, just in case I do get a bite. I can get straight back out there and keep fishing, really. So yeah, the bait I've put out there, FSB and Maple Digest, the spar baits from Spar Baits. They've just been soaking for the last few days, so they are nicely washed out. There's a little bit of maize in there, a bit of hemp, and that's all I've got in the mix really. And then the solid bag, you can pretty much put with any kind of whatever pellet you want in there, and just get this straight out there. I've got an FSB wafter on there, match the hatch, and on the other bag there's a yellow 10mm honey pop-up. So they are quite discreet, you know, the pop-up's only very small. I don't think they like big baits on here. So yeah, we're out fishing. I'm just going to make up a few more rigs. I had already got a load of bags made up earlier, but I'm pretty sure they were all done with barbed rigs. It's a barbless rule on here, so I'm having to make up a few extras. But it's always good to have a few in the bag. So yeah folks, there's no action at the moment, but I'm hoping the solid bags will do the trick. There's definitely fish in the area. They've been, as I say, they were out there this morning boshing out, and since then I've had swirls on the top of the bait and the odd little shows here and there, but nothing jumping out the water or anything like that. So there we go folks, leadless leader. No lead core allowed on this lake, so leadless leader straight into a solid bag. And then what I do with that, this is the FSB sort of glug food, and then I just literally inject that into the bag, and this stuff absolutely stinks to high heaven. So I'm going to get some of that put in the bag, and we'll leave it soaking until we have to recast out, and that should have infused with the pellet that's in there. So it is quite a thick liquid, so it doesn't just disappear into the water like some other liquids. This does create a bit of a cloud and stays in the water for quite some time before it disappears. So As you can see, it is like a heavy gloop, but it is full of attraction. I have got a syringe needle which I generally put on, but this liquid won't go through it because it's quite thick, so I just pop that straight through the bag, like so. And then as you can see as I inject it, it does start making a bit of a mess. Slowly it fills the bag up slowly. And I'll just wipe off any excess. Obviously this stuff's PVA friendly. As you can see, it's gone into the bag and slowly it works its way all the way through. There you go, folks. When that lands in the water, that thick glug and the smell of, I don't know what it smells like spicy sausage or something like that, the FSB. Really potent flavour, and that, because it's sort of a thick liquid, sort of stays in the water for a good amount of time. When this bag bursts open, creates lots of attraction on the bottom of the lake bed, and hopefully it's going to do the trick and nab me a bite today. So that's what I do with the solid bags, and fingers crossed I'll come back to you a little bit later with the fish in the bag. There you have it, guys, that's the rig. Simple slip D rig. A little bit of putty over the knot. Nothing complicated, nice and simple. My solid bags rigs, I just want them nice and quick to tie up. So 10mm tiger nut and honey pop up and spar baits, and that's nicely balanced there. And then we've just got a size 6 IB hooks, wide gape hook. It's probably the best pattern to use if you're on a barbless rule. It's got much better hooking properties with that big point. So yeah, that's the rig that's in the bag, and one of them obviously has got the FSB wafter on there. So yeah, folks, that's the rig, and there's the baits. So that's the baits, honey and tiger nut, 10mm, and they smell absolutely amazing. Oh yeah, honey and tiger nut. Have a look at them on the Sparbaits website. They're absolutely fantastic. Really are good baits. You've seen my recent trip down to Linear. That's what I had all my fish on. So double them up on a little pop-up rig. Yeah, really did the job down there. So yeah, gonna make another couple of solid bags up, and then fingers crossed we'll get a fish later on today. Just gone past lunch now. We're still not had a touch. Just thought I'd show you the swim quickly. This is swim number 6. And what a lovely setup. Really is nice and clean. All the swims here at Merrington are nice and clean. And that is my bit of water straight down in front. As you can see, with the swims over, I've got number 7 next to me on my left, 8, 9, 10 and 11, so they are quite tight in at this end of the lake, and they're pretty much casting over towards the middle of the lake out in front of me. So my bit of water pretty much is straight out towards swim 11, and around about 13.5 wraps is the maximum I can cast. So I've got a rod either side of that bivvy, and again with a little bit of bait over the top, not too much. Yeah, so that's it. It's turned out to be a glorious day, sunshine, and no rain for a while, hopefully. And hopefully it'll stay dry for when I pack up tomorrow. But unfortunately at the moment no fish to show you. Chap next door to me on swim 7, they've been here a few nights. I think there's 3 of them, swim 7, 8 and 9. They've been here a few nights. Chap next to me, he's had a PB of £24 yesterday morning I believe. Chap on swim 8, he's had a £31 from underneath the tree on the margin. So yeah, there's a few fish coming out dotted around the lakes, so you know, and they tend to be on this end, so there's fish are there. Just got to see if we can nab one. Like I said, I've got 2 solid bags out still, and yeah, not much else you can do really other than change the hook baits and rigs, but I'm happy with them at the moment, and we'll see how we go. I'm still sort of confident I'm going to get a bite at some point during the evening, maybe when the sun goes down a little bit. There is a plateau straight out towards swim 9 and 10. There's a plateau which I believe for them is around about 13 wraps, and it's raised up in the water, takes you up to about 3 foot of water, but it's too far for me in terms of where I'm able to cast to, because I'm only allowed 13 wraps, so I can't quite reach it. But hopefully where my rigs are, I'm somewhere down the back of the shelf, where the bait tends to push off the shelf and lands on the bottom. Hopefully I'm somewhere near there. But yeah, that's it folks. Nothing really to update, but what a beautiful day, absolutely lovely. Got the tracker bivvy with me today with the extension porch on. So yeah, love this bivvy. It can be easily used as a 2-man with the extension on. So yeah, there is the bivvy with the extension. And if you don't bring one, I always bring a toilet with me. There is my toilet, chemical toilet, so save me having to reel in and go to the toilet. Spot on. So yeah, that's it folks. There's a couple of setups I've got in case I come off the solid bags. Helicopter setup, safe zone, heli-safe drop-off system with a 3-ounce lead on there, and on the rig, same as what I used at Linear last week. Quickly show you my spod mix. As you can see, these are washed out baits. These have been soaking for a few days. Some hemp, corn, bit of maize, and then we've got in there a mixture of the FSB and maple digest. So yeah, and it's made into like a gloopy soup, and that does create a lot of attraction in the water with all that soupy liquid in there. It also sprays all over the bivvy when you cast him, but hey ho. So yeah, probably won't use all that bait on this session, but it's there if I need it. That's the spod mix and that's the rig I've got prepared. So yeah, it's just a case of sitting and waiting. I'm not going to go mad with the bait. I've put in about 10 to 15 spoms over those 2 rods. I'm just going to leave it at that. Hopefully that's enough to attract one bite, at least today. I'm not going to put any more bait in unless I do start seeing some fish or catching some fish. So folks, that's pretty much it. Hopefully I'll come back to you a little bit later with the fish in the net. We'll see. Folks, it's coming up to about 5:30 in the evening now, so I'm still not had a touch on the rods. So I'm not really sure what to do, to be honest with you. It's there's not really much I can do. There's a bit of bait out there, the rigs are presented nicely, so it's just a case of sitting and waiting. There's not much else coming out, to be honest with you. From what I can see, I haven't seen much come out. So yeah, sun's going down behind the camera, and I think I'm going to get a takeaway and and chill for the evening. There's not much else I can do in terms of my tactics or anything like that, so just a case of sitting and waiting, I'm afraid. There's still plenty of time. I've got to be off here by 11 in the morning, so fingers crossed something happens tonight or in the morning. I'm going to bring in the solid bags that I threw out earlier and put out a couple of fresh ones before I hit the bivvy. But I'm not going to put any more bait out. I'm just going to leave it as it is. Just a couple of solid bags on top of what's already there. So yeah, I'm not really sure what else you can do. There's not really many options. You can't move swims. As I said, it's a bit of tight water, so you haven't really got many options in terms of finding other spots anywhere. And there's no features out in front of me on the swim. It is literally just flat. So I'm going to stick with the plan and see if we can get one out. And all the times I've fished this place before, it's always been tough. So you just have to have a bit of luck on your side and be in the right spot at the right time. So yeah, fingers crossed. We'll produce something for during the night. Still chilled out, and I'm not at work, which is the main thing. So it's absolutely bliss here. If you guys haven't come to Merrington before, if it's near for you, then get yourself down here. It really is lovely, clean fishery. It's proper lockdown. It's gated all the way around, and once the gates are closed, nobody can come in or leave. So yeah, you do feel secure here. You haven't got to worry about your stuff being pinched or anything like that. So yeah, get yourself down here. It's a proper good lake. Some big fish in here now. There's a few over 40, and there's plenty of backup 30s and 20s in here. So come down, give it a try. It does get fully booked, so you have to book way in advance. Good couple of months, I believe. But yeah, give it a go. It's worth it. And if I don't get a fish tonight, I'll see you in the morning. Morning, folks. Unfortunately, it's another quiet night, and I've only got an hour or so before I have to pack up. So rods are still in the water, and I think it's going to be a blank. So there's not much come out at all since I've been here. Well, I haven't seen any fish come out. I know one has come out, but that's the only one I'm aware of. So fortunately, it's a blank on this occasion. But hey ho, it's been a great little break, and I've enjoyed chilling out here. And wouldn't that be great if the rod just screamed off? But yeah, I've really enjoyed it. It's been a nice chill out. I'm looking forward to get back down here next time. I haven't got any plans to go anywhere next, so maybe back down to Linear, or might even try somewhere new for a change. So I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, click on the subscribe. I'll be very grateful, and hit on the bell icon. That'll notify you about any future videos that I put out. So yeah, folks, thanks for watching. Apologies that there's no fish in this one, but that's fishing for you. I'll see you next time. Take care.